because, you know, if things pan out well, Optic aren't going to square up in this type of series again. So it'll be the right from the jump. Got to set the tone, even for the players to watch. I think Metals and Shotzzy will be the two respective players to watch from either side as well.
Yeah, this was definitely a map Ken absolutely fried on. His POV was insane on this map.
Since then, it has absolutely been the Shotzzy show, who gets a two-piece off the rip in a nice little...
We win the break off pretty clean.
Already setting the tone.
Yeah, start things off very well. The Heretics have had some lovely form recently. See if they can put it to testing. It's an exceptionally strong roster here in Optic Texas. But of the map, all Kenny. Big wins.
Honestly, this is, I mean, this is just super clean. Like, all you have to do on, like, if you're able to win the break, or if you're able to win the break from this side, as long as you're able to, like, hold L and hold mid, like, it is so hard for this other team to re-break back on in. That's what you see a lot of times in, what's it called? A lot of times in the second rotation, like second P1, you see this being held for a lot of time. Just because of, like, if you're able to hold it from a specific side and get a setup, like, and that's what you're able to do really with like a 4 down like that. You're able to get a 4 down, you're able to actually get into the setup. It can be really hard to break back on in.
On the first hard point, 25 on the clock. Vical and Co can't seem to get too much going as Kenny.
Now we're just covering every lane. Like, look at what we're looking at. We're watching literally every single lane for everything that they can possibly take, and we're just getting every kill for it. They finally break back in, and because it's like they Jesus, they hit the rails, but they also get a kill like towards mid. But it's because we only had one guy on time, so we couldn't trade him out. We're kind of just playing for everything, and I guess we could have just stayed closer to the hill there, but it's whatever.
Maybe Pret will be the cutoff man. He is by himself, so he's going to be happy to take it slow, trying to play for a guarantee.
Ken did go crazy on this map.
Might get the early few seconds, but
kills on hold are huge. Like, and getting this 2-piece on hold makes sure, like, first off, we know last 2 guys are towards time or around the time at like, and we don't have to worry about our P1. Plus, if we are able to break back on in, being P1 is a really big area of, like, being in a power position, because you can cut off from P1. You can, you know, make sure you have a good rotation in the next P3 if you can stay hidden there, or like just stay in that position the entire time. We get the last guy live, Burger. We know all of them are spawning out. We're soaking time. We end up dying on time. Who is that? Ken dies on time. Maybe overheated, but he was challenging that. Regardless, even if he loses the gunfight, he's still going to spawn back up, and he can refill top Burger for us anyways. Hey, it was good, JP. Good morning, good morning. What brand is my shirt? I don't know. It's a white t-shirt. I think it's Cuts. I'm not sure. Actually, I haven't wore this specific white t-shirt in a minute.
It's a 3 for now. Looking to make it 4. Looking to make it
I wear a ton of white t-shirts though.
My word. Chelsea already on a lovely tear.
That round 11 S&D was trolly, I can't lie. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it for sure.
Here he is having a good time,
Yeah, and like again, the first series that Miami won, Shotzzy did not have the best of times, and then
The funny thing was, like, honestly, going into this map, I think the P2s were the one area that we were lacking on this map compared to like everything else, and I felt like we did have some pretty decent P2s. At least this first one was really good.
he was literally dropping bombs on Miami constantly, and I mean he did that too.
I think that just happens because of how good of our start was, though. See what Ken here does? Like, he gets the kill mid, and he's still playing towards P1. He knows 15 seconds left. They could hit through front here. So he's just making sure that, like, the rotation is clear, but he can also, like, watch their mid and at least get some info there, like, just by turning. What's good, Lutef? How's it going? We are 1-5 on high-res S&D. Thanks for letting me know. I didn't know that already. Hey, Shostin, what's good? We got Shostin and JP in the chat at the same time? What the fuck? Honestly, these first 3 rotations were just super clean. First to the hill, get kills like towards the hill. We know where they're spawning for the whole time.
Texas. We'll see how their ground game goes.
This is not great. We could have probably played this a little bit better. Ken's the only one here in the back. It's really hard in this situation because you get the kill towards Burger here, boom, and you don't think they're gonna like once again go and hit towards the back, but they do. So we only have Ken here at the stairs. We're more focused towards their front side, especially once we see number 2 here. We get this info. We don't expect. I don't think they're expecting 3 of these other guys to hit around here through the back, even with like 40 seconds left, rather than just being off a P2.
See how their ground game goes. So far, a wonderful hold on P's 1 and 2 over to the 3rd kill now in our Rio run.
So that could have been better.
Dashy there with the rival, not quite enough to get any more in that life, but big work in the kill feed from everyone in Optic. Once again, holding it down. Miami Heretics with an opportunity to get in here. This is a bit of an aggressive push. Metals, looking at the Metals are old, flying forward, finding
But
time.
Ant himself, he does kind of the same exact thing on the other side. He gets a kill tower stairs, breaks the spawn. We get a kill towards front. They're spawning out. Now we can converge on in. We basically did the exact same thing that they did to us, which is funny.
There's absolutely no room to breathe. Miami actually had a really big opportunity. They got the break. They had the back spawn as well, and then Shotzi won.
And since we're able to break back on in, this is huge because the P4, obviously, you want to keep that same back spawn. So we keep this spawn and we can just chill here for the next minute. Have one guy in time, have one guy watch our back left. We watch it, actually get killed for it, but Ant goes for a trade. Okay, well, doesn't get the trade. Brandon's just staying alive here is huge though. He gets a 2-piece. Regardless, like, okay, we do die in the back here, and we die in the back challenge pillars. That's unfortunate because if either one of them get the kill, it's a much easier hold, but we both go down. Brandon gets 2 and stays alive, but the big thing here is he at least buys some time for these guys coming off spawn to break, rather than dying instantly. But not so great. Let me go back to it.
So maybe a very small window of opportunity for Heretics to make a dent. Shotzi slams that door in your face, and well, now you get the spawns. You get Dashy just gets to sit and collect this time. Face and well, now you get the opportunity for Heretics to make a dent. Shotzi slams that door in your face, and well, now you get the spawns. You get Dashy just gets to sit and collect this time. Not a perfect hold though. Heretics,
yeah, ideally we get one of those 2 kills, but that stinks. What's up, Real PD? How's it going? Fazy, what's up? What's up? Like, honestly, this could have been an insane blowout if we hold there. That wasn't so great, though. Like, obviously, they pushed through old, pushed through P3. But if either Ken or Ant gets a trade there, or at least 1 kill, I think we hold it. End up breaking back on in, but it's only 12 seconds. That gives them the spawn for the back, which isn't great either. So even though we're like super up, it hasn't been, you know, clean. The second half is much cleaner for sure. JP, who's your favorite player to watch in the top 4? Can't say any Optic player. Probably a BZ. I think BZ has a good point of view. Him and Paco. Rap is a good point of view too if you want an AR.
The bridge hard point here. There's always a troll or 2 under the bridge causing problems. Kenny deals with him. Gets the pair. Wow, good shots there from the Optic boys. They're going to get the hard point and cross over the 100-point mark with...
No Simp is... I mean, Simp is as well, dude. He asked me to pick one, so... You can't go wrong with Simp, BZ, Paco, even Kleenex. Dude, all of them. Every player in the top 4 has a good POV, let's be honest. But in terms of like, you give me one sub for a POV, 1 AR, I'd say a BZ and... Don't get me wrong, I think there are other good players, but... You had to pick one. This is what I was saying before. So First off, this is Ken breaking from the front, which is huge because this is a good 30. He makes a play. He like obviously he's contesting here. Team shots over here, but slides in and getting this guy bridge completely breaks it up. Plus number 7, AG getting this kill on the pinch. Really for helping this last 30 here. And with this last 30, with us holding from this side, it sets us up for a good P1. And it's kind of like what I was talking about with the first P1, where you start holding from this P3, P4 side on P1, and you can get really set up and create like a huge money hill on this.
Yeah, I think Texas right now, they just have like great timings.
Like we're just holding this from the front. Obviously they still have this guy P1, but we can hit him out with some teamwork. Like Brandon at least gets the info that he's there. And now we can play for him off spawn. Try and break on the end. Ken gets a huge 2-piece. Last guy alive in the hill. We're going to trade him out. Boom. We get that kill. We can now start soaking from this side. We know that they're either going to go, you know, mid or through like the bridge side. And they were going through the bridge side like a pretty decent amount. So we kind of play for it. Like first you want to pick up mid, obviously, because it's easier to break through mid in my opinion. Because like if we didn't send anyone mid here and he just went through mid, that's an instant break right here. So you have to like you have to care mid first. Like that's most important. But then once you see no one coming mid or no one coming like P2 side, you know they're all like P1 bridge side. You can just play for it pretty easily. You can take pinches like that. Like AG takes this pinch. And regardless, as long as you keep getting the trade battles, you get them all spawning out. You can soak the last 30 here. Ken, I mean, I don't know how he wins this gunfight. I guess because the guy is like jumping down. It's a great win. Did you see that sub-base P2 spawn yesterday? Can't remember what series. No, I don't remember. I didn't watch the Ultra series live because I think we were about to play. So they break back in an old. Regardless, we're still trading out, still actually soaking the time, and now we're going to be able to get to P2 early. Huge kill by number 3 over there, though. But once this is the big thing. It's a huge kill, but because we're so like close together here, number 7 can play for the gunfight right away. Like that's the whole point of being near each other for trades and stuff. It's a huge like one-on-one mid kill, especially on Vista though. Like you're just gonna get back into the fight real quick anyway with your teammates and trade opportunities, and you can get a trade opportunity right here. Ken still wins off ult, so Ken wins off ult. He doesn't get the trade opportunity because this guy backs away and goes to play for P1 for Ken, but Ken's still playing here and can get this kill for free. Oh, he actually doesn't get this kill. I thought he got the kill, but that opens it up for the rest of these guys to break on the hill, though. Because we know one guy died and one guy's P1, there can only be max 2 here. We can 3v2 the hill. So if he got that kill, it would have been super raps for the hill, but he doesn't, and we still have to play for it. So we just lose Vickle here. AG obviously shoots at him, number 3. Ken thinks he's still in like couches over here. He's not. He hid behind the P1 wall and then goes back and kills Ken. And that's the thing with the score right now. The score right now, we have the opportunity to just play ahead. And even though it's 30 seconds, because of the score, we can just kind of just hard play for like P3 spawns and hard play for this. That's just what happens when you're up so much. You can take more risks like this, where you're, instead of hitting the hill, you're just hard playing for the spawn, and they have to worry about both. So that's what Ant was trying to do there. win the kills at old. So regardless, we don't end up getting the spawn right away, but we get the kills off old, and now we can push through kind of how we broke the first time. Now they're spawning out as the hill's popping. So we basically won this rotation. There's only one guy left. We know that the one guy's on hill. Ken somehow wins a gunfight. It's on him. Big one on tower steps. He would have got traded regardless, I think, anyways, but we can now care for our front. Ken gets a kill, falls off the map. I thought he was going to get that other kill too, but quick reaction to get back on the map. They get kills around the back, so they should probably break this spawn, but again, we're going to soak a full 20 here. This is a really good 20. This is a big off spawn too. Ant off spawn, because the doors are open, sees these two guys, he can relay that to his team. So basically the only one who needs to worry about like the back right now is Brandon, and only one guy ends up hitting it, and he hits it through the plat stairs. He can get this kill. Not plat stairs, the pillar stairs. Trades on in again because Ant's off spawn.
His mistakes just grant him kills. His trophies are picking up kills for him. So yeah, no, Kenny.
Charlie the King, appreciate the sub. I'll catch up with Chad in a second here. I'm kind of just breaking down this map, but appreciate the subscription tier 1. Thank you, man.
Right now, absolutely frying in this series, but right now people just getting.
Ken gets the cruise.
Well, the cruise that he earned.
He knows one guy spawning out behind us. That's what these guys are playing for. He gets a kill towards pillars. That's a huge kill for the break, because now if there was one guy playing the back, which there is, number 3, he has to now worry about his front, because the pillars guy dies, there isn't a cross setup here anymore. Like number 3 now has to care for it. So that opens up for number 5 to kill number 3 and these guys to just push through the front.
Another one, and now Kenny pinching to block the spawns as well.
See, like Rial gets the kill on Brandon, but he instantly gets traded out because Ken had taken this route around. And because we got those, the kill with the streak over here and the kill on the guy spawning out, we know that they're spawning out back to P2. We can play for these spawners. That's what number 6 and number 7 are doing here. They're playing for the P2 spawn out. They actually don't see him because they go long. So instead of waiting for it, like Ant looks at this right away. He does. I guess he doesn't see him, so he doesn't chow. So he realizes that they're far away, so he can try and hit this guy out, DJ. They kill the guy, DJ. We break on the hill. 40 seconds still left on the hill. And the guys both went long, so since they both went long, we still have the top burger help with AG here. And it should be another 40 for us. Hey, what's up, Radiation?
This isn't fun.
It feels personal. 210 to 94. Heretics have been held down here on Vista. Kenny still finding kills everywhere, man. 35.
See, I think the biggest thing with this map is like, if you're gonna break one of these P3s or P4s, it has to be like within the last 5 seconds of the previous hill and as the hill is popping. I think that's your best chance to start breaking. Otherwise, once they know where you're spawning and can actually get set up, it's very, very difficult. Like, you'll see a lot of the breaks happen as soon as like the hill's actually like about to pop or in that first wave, that first push, you know?
Yeah, no, unreal, nothing really you could do every gunfight going Optic's way. Earlier I mentioned Optic wasn't outslaying by a amount. Yeah, I take that back. Now they're outslaying by a amount, so they don't even.
I wish you guys could see Ken's point of view the entire time, because he was. It literally looked like he had Warzone plates on. They couldn't kill him. Once again, trying to break from the front here. We can never get like full control over this front side though, because of this guy on the bridge. But I mean, once you get that kill L, you can. Now it's a team nade, but I was gonna say you can converge onto the hill, but AG nades Ant here. We get the trade on hill, and now we can start soaking. I think it's kind of weird. I don't know about you, chat, but I think it's kind of weird that you can soak time from the top of the bridge here. I think it honestly should just be the bottom and maybe like the sides. I don't know, having it be on the top and like being able to contest from the stairs kind of feels weird. It's like that throwback IW map,
Can we just go watch Kenny and see how
but
he
you
does in
can
the
cap from the top.
Yeah, the Kenny cam, I suppose. I mean, Heretics, what? I mean, a decent hold, I suppose, on the bridge hill. They've been able to fight back.
Now we're just getting every kill. We can just soak last time. They have to hit this. So now you just cut off the reinforcements, you cut off L, you cut off back office, and they have to run to hill because they lose.
40. I think Optic actually do get the tick on this hill, and well, if you can't get past Kenny and Pred, that could have been game. Vickle, that's a nice little Semtex to force it over towards P1.
You play this map like 5 times, think you can only get soaked from the bottom? That's funny. Wait, how do they break back on in? Oh, you get the 2-piece nade? I was wondering what happened. Yeah, you get the 2-piece nade on the hill. But Brandon, he's there. Oh no, he doesn't win that gunfight either. I didn't realize it was like it was like this. I thought we just won. For some reason, I thought we won on the P5. I kind of like went back to my desk as soon as I went right after that kill. I just went back to my desk. We won. I didn't realize it took this long. That's funny.
Towards P1 and maybe Miami trying to make things mixy. I mean, they're gonna have to claw their way back.
Yeah, and just gets 2 on the hill.
They're showing some fight.
We're showing fight and we're getting
This was a lot longer. I went around the backdrops, went back to my desk, and it was over. So I don't know. I guess that's what happened.
They're showing some fight.
They got the 2-piece nade. Brandon doesn't win the 1-on-1 on P1, and the amp breaks on in 2-piece. He dies, but we get the trade and get back on the hill.
good reason. Maybe for Kenny a tough one, almost able to break the kill record for the Heretics. A little bit
All right, let me catch up with the chat. Do you guys scrim the others in top 4? Yeah, we scrim the others. We scrim everyone. I mean, the only teams we basically don't scrim are the ones that were like going to play. Vapor FPS, good shit this weekend, JP. Quick question for you. What do you think is our biggest struggle in high-rise S&D this split? I respect you guys playing it and improving your map pool, but it seems like there are just some inconsistencies on the map. You guys are goats. Love the streams as well. I'll kind of talk about it